Hello everybody, I'm Peter Globe, and today I'm giving you my top 5 favorite Rwby Volume 5 villains. Now, since Rwby is one of these shows that has quite a big rogues gallery, even if you don't include Chibi and the game in the Eclipse game, which might or may not be canon, then you cannot disagree that ever since after Volume 3, or ever since after Volume 1 or 2, Rwby has gotten quite a few villains. And since these types of shows that have big continuous storylines and whose villains aren't those general that just appear, it's gonna be really likely that sometimes your favorite villain in a volume will then be your least favorite villain in the next volume. So basically making these types of videos some time after their respected volumes, and just to say which were my 5 favorite villains. But first thing, this is all personal opinion, so if you have different opinion, you can totally... You're totally alright, I can understand that. Hell, why don't you just tell me in the comments below what do you think? What are your favorite ones? I'm not gonna be disagreeing with you. And now with that said, let's get on with this video. Number 5. Leonardo Lionheart. Although some people are gonna be kinda hesitant to put him on the villains list, because he's more of an coward, like he's basically like that minor character that just helps the villains because he cannot fight them back, so it's basically like that. But the reason why I put him on the list and consider him is in the 11th chapter he basically was a bit of more of a villain, because he basically said that if I take you to Salem, I will be forever alive. Which is basically a line what Roman would say, if I take Aspen, this kid to Salem, my worthiness to this team would never be questioned again. Like something like that. So Lionheart does count as a villain. And also, for a character that's not really supposed to be the most maniacal and the most powerful, he was a pretty decent traitor. I mean, it shows that he is, after the traitorship and all that, he does actually have some feeling for it back, except for just being like some other villains who betray the heroes, who just either and then literally redeemed, or just completely and totally not caring about them. So it was good that we get that. Plus his death seems great. But the real reason why he's on this list is because I can't really say other villains would, except they're above him, would develop enough to put them there. So basically his whole reason is because the underdevelopment of the other villains. Which is not pretty bad now I think about it. But hell, I'm not going to question the logic of that. Number 4. Watts. Now, although Watts didn't really have a presence at the end of the volume, he did have the presence in the beginning of the volume. With basically saying, with really good lines, and basically demonstrate that he knows the flaws. Like, basically, like telling to Lionheart he needs to work on his improvisational skills. They smirk. Him completely, his unusual chill against when he's speaking to Salem. Seriously. Tyrion and Lionheart basically say everything in the best way to police Salem. Well, Tyrion does it because he for him, Salem's a goddess, while Lionheart's afraid of her, but still kind of similar. No, but what's doesn't is pretty chill because he knows that because she'll make it apparent that they know when he steps out of line. Also, his confrontation with Cinder was good, and he was just a great character. I mean, he would be definitely more up there if he was more in the end of the volume, but I kind of understand why they didn't exactly want him to just now to be more in. I mean, seriously. Except in Atlas, only thing he can really be in these in Veil, Mistral, and Valkyrie is a good one-liner who just makes you laugh and like him. That's basically all he can actually do. But you know what this means? In the next volume, he might also be bigger and much more and show how dangerous he is. Also, we don't exactly know what his summit is, so his whole dangerous thing might actually be extended. Plus, I cannot wait to see the tier he's gonna make for Tyrion. Which kinda makes me wonder, is he creating an army of the dead or something? I'm not gonna, nah, that's probably just me being extremely because I just want to see an army of that in Rwby. Let's not focus on that. Which could be a possibility now that I think about it, but still, not focus. Number 3. Hazel. A great design, a great voice acting, and a freaking dominated weapon. Seriously, his bare hands are weapons, and then if he needs a boost, he can literally infuse dust with himself, and his semblance, which allows him to block off pain, is a fucking useful one. Plus, it's good that we have a villain that can actually take it off pain and not be like just the reason why he's not on the floor is because he's just has this incredible insanity or something, which was also a good thing. Although I wish Hazel wouldn't just have more of a badass way to end, more badass way how he got defeated, because the way they presented them, the villains, named in this case Hazel, Emerald, and Mercury, he didn't seem to be that much weaker. Plus, it would be better if his grand showcase would evolve him beating and every single student that goes up against him, than just being stated that he's incredibly strong and all that, which we can't totally believe because I'm pretty sure he can go up against a maiden. Also, my comment that I said once that he can probably beat Cinder was obviously wrong. I'm sorry, he just was badass. Yes. But except of that, his backstory is a very interesting one and a great theory for another day about Usman's character. But since most of his awesomeness came when he did basically from his interactions with Adam, I can really put him up more than a coward and a guy who's not able to be more badass. Number 2. Cinder. Talk about the bitch queen. Now, I'm gonna say something very controversial and something that a lot of you Rwby fans are gonna be disagreeing, saying to me, how dare I? And that is, I'm getting tired of why's protect heroic things. And I don't mean her saving the day or anything, I just mean the fact I'm getting tired of how much sympathy and how much everything is being given to Wise. I mean, saying that she has the most painful things, that she loses the most and all that. I can agree with that. I'm only getting tired. You can hate me all you want, but it's just my opinion. Hell, I still like her. She's still my favorite Ice-themed character. It's just that I'm getting a little bit tired of her genetic princess thing. I know she's based on, but still, you can have a little more interesting thing. So as you can imagine, the scene with Cinder pinpointing thing wise was a fucking awesome scene for me. It was great, and it was so beautiful. Phil. Now let's ignore the wise thing and now go to the real things that make scenes so awesome in this volume. Her her argument with Watts, the way how confident she is in her power, her grim arm revealed, which admittedly doesn't look that good for me because it looks pretty shitty, but let's not focus on that. Her battle with Raven, amazing. Her showcase of her maiden powers was amazing. And it was just great. And I do like the whole sass thing they gave to her because I was afraid that she will lose a bit of her sass because of the whole thing the way how she's been presented in volume 4, but I am totally happy they didn't destroy that. And also I should probably bring up the whole thing, she's not that thing. I think at this point, this timeline, most of us who grow up in a time where villains weren't crappy shit heroes who are incompetent, or supposed to, or great, who aren't supposed to be doing evil things, which are insane, like rape or something bad. Seriously, people, you do know there are things called villains, good villains. There aren't sociopaths or psychopaths, right? I will be making a video. Maybe not the next one, but I will be making one. No, where was I? Oh yes, I was saying how awesome Cinder was. Although I am aware she's not gonna die, she's probably gonna come back. Maybe she'll come back in the next volume's end credits, like she just appeared out nowhere. Or maybe when they leave to Atlas, she'll come back or something like that. Anyways, it's just great that she was in this volume and it was so badass. And now to number 1. And number 1 is Raven. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody else would put her number 1 list or in this list or somewhere. So it's not real things to not in it. And what I mean this is she is great. She has showcased her skill. She has showcased her power. She has showcased her planning. She showcased how she cares to some people and how everything else goes. Even though she didn't really explain much, we actually do get an explanation for the birds things, which was kind of obvious now I think about it. So how did no one expect that? But still, no, let's not focus on that. Her whole weapon is good. She was just a great character. Although her confrontation with Yang was kind of a, let's say, bad. But let's all face it, I think if those two were going to have a battle, I think, hands down, Raven would dominate Yang. Yeah, I'm not making a joke about the fact that she was only going there with one arm, I'm just saying she would be defeated pretty easily. Seriously. Now, it's not much to say about Raven. In reality, the only reason why she's number 1 is because every other villain has either been underdeveloped, not been used to their full potential, and in Cinder's case, Cinder's whole end thing with the whole obviously not that thing, unless if Rwby or Emerald get their full maiden powers, which also should bring out the fact that which in Cinder and Emerald would be a ship, and in Rwby and Cinder hated Rwby so much that she actually get the main powers. All that. Also, I should probably bring out how underrated. Also, I should probably bring out the whole fact that how weird is how the main girls are going to get their maiden powers. Yang from her mother. Rwby is maybe going to get powers from Cinder. If Winter is the Winter Maiden, then then Wise will get the powers from her. So how will Blake get the main powers? Considering the fact that no one that she knows possibly has the main powers. But considering the fact that Valkyrie has demonstrated nothing, let's not focus that. And why am I getting sidetracked again? Now let's go back to Rwby then, which I honestly cannot say anything more than just she's a great villain for this volume. She was great and she was just great. Plus it did kind of show. Plus the whole talk with Lionheart was great, and we did get some interesting facts about the history. Even though it was mostly recycled, but still some interesting facts. Now, I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Also, remember to vote for Wilhelmina. Yes, that thing's still going on. And bye.